So in this video, I'll try to talk about digital services that we offer at my company and how we make money offering them to our various clients online. I have a very big disclaimer here before we continue that all these services are listed below are not get rich quick schemes. Like, I'm not trying to show you some quick ways of making money. No, you will have to work hard and put in money first for them to work. Like, this is real. I'm not trying to show you some secrets. No, like, this is exactly how we do it at my company, how we market ourselves and how we make money from clients offering services online. Those are the different services that I'll try to cover. There are not very many, and I'll try to be as realistic and as technical and practical as possible. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Askas Jeremy, and I work at Falax Vision as a software developer, and at Fleet Tech Technologies as a current chief executive officer, and at the Benny Talk as a project manager. So that's me. I'll try to put all the links to all these websites in the description below for you to easily access them. So the first item on our list here is under design and the document branding materials. You can truly make branding materials and make money online. And the first item that I highlighted here is a CV template design. So I tried to put some estimations here of the hardship of how to make the services or the different materials and the things that you'll need at first. So here I tried to highlight that you'll need the laptop, internet connection, PowerPoint, Canva, a Canva account, which is this platform. I'll try to show you how to use it, and I try to put the basic cost that you have to put in for you to even start doing this thing. So that's how my table is structured. And then on each item, I try to also put a realistic estimation of the minimum amount you can earn per template or per service. So for CV templates, the way we make them at the Benny Talk, if you come to the bennytalk.com shop, you'll be able to see a list of different templates that we have, including pro forma invoice templates and website templates. So you want to add more and more templates on this website. And how we make these CV templates, first of all, with creativity, a design, you don't have to struggle. They're already very nice designs online. So for example, me, I start on Google search, I just type CV templates designs, and a bunch of CV templates come. So if, for example, I like this one and I want to make a similar design to this one, we prefer using PowerPoint or Google Slides. For example, this is one I open here in PowerPoint that I already made, and this is my personal CV. And as you can see, every element is editable. So once you're done with the template, you can share it online and you can sell it. Possibly you can put it on your website, or you can put an advert on Facebook with a link where someone can get the CV, for example. And to make a new one, like I said, for example, I like this one. So what I usually do is I copy this, I copy image, I paste it. Okay, let me start a new project. And yes, as you know, PowerPoint starts with this aspect ratio. I have to come to design, slide, custom dimensions. I select A4 since we want people to be able to print the design if possible. After selecting A4, and also select this maximize, which allows me to make design which can overflow outside of the design, which is okay. So I select that one, and here I don't need any of this. I can remove, and then I paste the design. So what I usually do to get the inspiration, I can crop this so that it doesn't disturb. So what I usually do is I put this on the side so that I use it as my inspiration. And yes, I will make some different corrections or changes, but at least I will have something to start with, so that I don't have to struggle with the creativity, wondering how I can make my template. I know that I will need a bar on the side here, so for that, to add a new element, I come to insert, and that will be a shape. I add a new shape, so that will be my shape. Okay, then I come to fill. I can fill with the same color, or I can change the color. Then the outline, none. So once I have that shape lined up like that, the second thing is to, for example, put this profile picture image. Again, I can come back to insert shape. So for example, for me, I'm holding shift to keep the aspect ratio. So for example, for me, I may say, no, my photo will just be round like that. I will not put the other yellow design or something. So then again, I can come to my shape just to make sure I try to follow the theme. Then to insert the text, you have to come to insert, then a text box. So I'm going to insert a text box and say, for example, Askas Jeremy, and I align it in the middle, make the text white, and make it bold. I can increase the font size, make it a bit neat. Then that will be the name section. And then I can add, make a copy. I just hold Ctrl, then I drag, it makes a copy. Then I can say, for example, placeholder job title. Then I can make it less bold, not bold, and smaller, so that I can know that will be the job title. Then for the contact section, again, I can duplicate this. Could be my contact, bold, and make it smaller. That would be the contacts. To put the underline below that, I can just insert and put the line tool. I can put it, and to try to keep the same theme, I come back to outline and select the same color. Yeah, and if you find that this line color, for example, popped up too much, to reduce it, you click on it and you go to shape format, then outline, then more colors, and this transparency. You increase the transparency, which means to reduce the sharpness of an element. You have to increasing to like 40, just around there. Then I click OK. To make a copy, once both of them are selected, you can hold Ctrl and Shift. The Ctrl is to make a copy, and then Shift is to keep them on the same line. So when I'm making a copy like this, they stay on the same line, so that I can easily drag them below without them moving on the different lines. So for example, this I can make another copy again. So for example, this will be awards, and then this last one could be languages. So once I have those sections, I can zoom in a bit, and to make these different elements, I can make a copy of this. Again, I hold Ctrl, then I drag. Okay, then make sure it's one element selected, then I drag. So this could be, for example, phone number, and then the email address, and it's just a template. People will be free to edit this the way they want. So to space out this text, I click in them, then I highlight all of them, then I come to home, and on the spacing section, then I try to choose the spacing that I prefer for my design. I can put the icons or not. I will try to show you how we can put them, but let me make a duplicate of this, and then we shall have our different awards. Finally, for the languages, for example, so then you can put some design to show the proficiency. Yeah, so after putting the languages, we can find a way to put icons. Yeah, so to add the icons in PowerPoint, you can use your personal icons. Like for example, me, I have these icons on my PC that I already downloaded from different sources online, and some of them I designed them myself. So you can change the color, then use such icons. For example, if I'm to drag this one of the location, I can just drag it into PowerPoint and then resize it and put it as my icon. That could be one way of adding icons. Okay, the second way could be to add icons directly within PowerPoint using plugins, and there are many ways of doing that. So let's come to the browser. For example, there's this icon pack offered by Icon Scout. Though me, I do not really like their icons since they look a bit quirky and weird, but I'll put the link in the description if you want to check them out. Though I would advise to use this other one. It's also free, offered by this project called the Noun project. It's a collection of very many assets. To download them, you click on this Get It Now, and if you do not have a Microsoft account yet, you can create one, but me, I do. And then after putting your email address, you click sign in. Okay, once you are signed in, you'll have this pop-up asking you to put your personal details so they can easily allow you to download the icons. After putting in my country, I'll click Get It Now. If it asks you to log in, you should log in again, and then on this page, I'll click Open in PowerPoint. The moment I open, PowerPoint will start installing the add-on locally in PowerPoint, and by default they give you this small tutorial on how to use the extension. So it open a new document, and they're showing you that to access those new icons, every time you have to come to insert, and then you have this new item called icons. Close this and go back to my document and go to insert. So yes, we do have those new icons. For example, we need a phone number. I can write phone. Yeah, so I have to click download. To change the color, you come to graphics format, graphics fill, you select the color that you prefer, and then you can remove the outline since we don't need. So that's how you can add icons in PowerPoint. And now what else? You can add now the content on the side here, and I'll try to speed up so that I can show you when I'm done. So that's how we usually make a CV template, and once you are done, obviously we no longer need this example, the template, so I can delete it, and the CV template is done. And you can post it on social media, you can share it to people, you can advertise that you have free templates to people, you can put it on your website or something, so either give it for free or sell it to people. So it all depends on you once you have the template, and people do need this template. So that same way of designing can be applied for company profile, business plans, contracts, invoices, but that will be the design in PowerPoint. But how about the content? For example, for a company profile, so when somebody tells you that they need a company profile, for example, for a fitness, a fitness organization. So you can come to ChatGPT, for example, if you want to the layout of the text to write. So you can say, give me an outline in a company profile for a fitness gym company, and then ChatGPT will give you the outline and all the points you can include in the actual document. So once you have the outline from ChatGPT, you can grab these points and try to type the content. Obviously the client is paying you, so you may as well type it. Or if you are lazy, you may ask ChatGPT to help you give you the content. But to be realistic, it's always good to type the content yourself and know what's going on. So, for example, for the introduction, ChatGPT had told me that the section should provide an overview of the company. So here you type details about the company. This will be the details of the company. Secondly, ChatGPT told us we should have, so I can do number 2. You come back here and grab the services. For example, the list of services that company will offer. I can do 2, then put the services, and once I have this section, I can put the text. So this will be the list of the various services offered by the company. So you can continue adding the different sections and typing and asking and thinking and researching. If you want a more complicated company profile, this is a very plain one, very simple. But if you want a bit designed, for example, me, what I do, I usually check online. For example, this is the company profile template that I found online, and I like the design. So if you want such a design, for example, if the client wants such fancy designs, me, I usually make my background designs in Photoshop. So I can come in Adobe Photoshop and open a new document. I want to design the background of the different pages before I put them in PowerPoint, then continue the content, the actual text. So I can come in Photoshop and start a new project. Once this section comes, I go to print, and on print I'll be able to locate where there is A4. I select A4, I choose the resolution. It can be as high as you want, but me, I usually like to keep it simple. You click create, and you'll have a basic template, a basic page where you can put your design. So for example, me, if I want to make something close to this, so I will know I will have my top section, then I will have the lower section. So I will have, for example, the background color set at blue color. So then I'll create a new layer and bucket fill the background, and then I can add my lower section using a pen tool, for example. Once I have my selection, this new layer could be white. And once I have that, I can add another layer below to put the gradient. I can add some background abstract designs like this. If I save this page, I can come back to PowerPoint. Let me start a new file. Again, go to design, slide size, custom size, F4, portrait, allow. I can come to my file, the background, make sure it covers the entire page. So I have my background design like that, and this time around I can grab some content and put. So then I can start designing my company profile slowly like that. Look at how the page is structured, then change the design. So that's how you can make a sophisticated document and charge people for it. Save the document as a PDF or as a PowerPoint, then share it with the client. And that same strategy can be used for contracts and invoices. The company shares split plans. You ask ChatGPT to make you the outline or the text. You can also ask it to write for you the actual contract. And once you have the document, then you can design it with creating the background, the Photoshop, or using Canva. And then you come and throw it in the background in the PowerPoint, and then you add the text on top of it. About graphics design, including logos, posters, business cards, flyers, banners, roll-ups, all those types of t-shirt designs, cape design. So all those types of graphics design. When you have a client, or for example, in order to get a client and for such services, always ask that client about these things. So let me add a comment and paste them here. So as we can see here that I wrote always ask for number 1, company or product name. You always need to know the name. And secondly, you want to know the company or product, what it's about, like what are we talking about, like what does the company do. Let's see, for some example, here is the services the company offers, their mission and vision, the target audience. For example, if they know they want to target young people, old people, business people, something. So it's always good to know the target audience or the target client of the client. So the few direct competitors, you always want to know the competitors of your client and to see how they make their logos, how they present themselves, so that you can also tailor the new logo or the new poster or the new design to the competitors. Then the slogan, it's always good to know the slogan. Some companies or some clients, they have a very long slogan, so it's always good to know ahead of time how long the slogan is, so that you can plan how you can insert it on your design. Then secondly, you always want to ask your client suggestions for the icon, if it's a logo, or for the some previous posters the client liked. So it's always good to know where the client lies, the types of designs they prefer. So if it's a logo, for example, it's always good to ask for the icon type. For example, the client can tell you a tree, put some leaves around, put some flowers, or for example a car, make sure I use a car, you mix it with something else, or an hexagonal shape, or a circle shape, or square shape. So like, it's always good to get an input from a client on the shape of the icon if it's a logo. And if it's a poster or a flyer or a business card, it's always good to ask the client which type, like is there a business card they saw, and even if they don't have the photo of it, they can be able to tell you, like, make it, put the top section, maybe put some color, then put the name on the left, then put. It's always good to get some input from the client. And if the client does not know, most clients usually say, you're the designer, you're the one who knows how it will look best, please do your creativity. That's okay, but it's always good to get some basic input from the client. But if they can't tell you anything, then it's okay, you do your own research. Some colors, you need to ask the clients which colors they like, or which colors they want you to use on their design or their logo. The basic one, usually 3 colors, as I wrote here, 3 colors that the client likes. It's always good to know, is it blue, white, yellow, green? So the client will tell you where they lean most before you can decide to use those colors in the design. Then fourthly, some examples of logos or posters or designs the client liked before. So you can say, makes it something look like those posters from Coca-Cola, and then you'll know, okay, he likes posters looking like Coca-Cola posters. Then you can use that as your basic inspiration. This document will be linked in the description below. You can be able to open it and see. Now, how do we make a logo? For example, me, when I'm making a logo, after asking the client those details, I always grab my paper and pen, then I try to sketch some ideas that are flowing in my head. And if that doesn't flow very well, you can just Google and say fitness logo design. It's always good to see some inspirations from Google. So as you can see here, we are seeing some fitness logos, and the one that clicks, or the one that gets close to what the client told you that they like, and you can take that. So I like this one, for example, and then I can save it somewhere on my computer so that I can reference it later. If the logo is simple enough, there are many platforms online that you can use to make logos. Here are a few applications or platforms you can use to make logos. The first one obviously being Adobe Illustrator, which is the most popular one. Then Adobe Photoshop. If you want, you can use Photoshop. There's this other option called Photopea.com. It's a website, you can open it and see. You can also make logos using Canva, the platform Canva. Then there are these other platforms which are called logo generators, where you just type in your description and it pops you the logo. So let me first show you, for example, this one, brand mark. So when you open brand mark, you can click on create my logo. And on this page, you can type in the name the client told you. It could be something like bulk and fit. Then you can have a slogan, fits like you like. Then I can click next. Then here on the keyword, you can just say fitness. I press the enter to confirm. Fit, gym. Then I can click next, and the colors, and I can choose this as my color. And then the platform will start creating some inspirational logos for us. And as you can see, it came up with some suggestions. You can click on this next one here to see. You can browse until you find the one that you like. But me, one thing I found out is most of these logo generator platforms like Brand.io, Zala, Logo.com, Shopify, most of them usually brings out logos which are too generic and not inspiring. So I would advise you not to use these platforms. They are a shortcut if you don't have enough time to create your own logo, but they are generally not a good idea to use. Me, I prefer using Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. So if I'm to show you an example of how for example, make our logos for our client in Photoshop, once I have my icon, let me open Photoshop and create a new project. It's best to do it in Adobe Illustrator, but let me use Adobe Photoshop for now just to show you. So me, I prefer using 4800 as my basic aspect ratio. 300 has the resolution. Once I have my empty project, I can grab my icon, the one that I downloaded, include it in Photoshop, go to selection. I want to select the color since I only have 2 colors, white and dark, and this dark gray. So I can do color selection, color range. Then I select the color that I want to select out. Then I can go to the polygonal lasso tool to finish my selection, so I can refine the edges, make the feather. Just start the selection selection looks nice. Okay, once I have my selection, I can remove this circle around. We don't need it. To remove, once you're on a polygonal lesson tool, when the selection is still active, you can click on Alt. It puts like a small question mark on the cursor. Then I can start selecting the section that I want to remove from my selection. So once I've removed that outer section, I can copy and then come here and paste. Okay, so once I have my icon like that, for example, in my design, I can say that I want to mix that icon with this other one. I can copy this image and come and paste it here. Okay, that's big enough. So to put the red circle behind this tough guy in the middle, select the shape tool. Let me make sure it's behind him. Can change the color of this circle to red. To add a white stroke behind this guy, I have to right click on him, blending tool, a stroke, color of stroke to be white. Here is my stroke size. So to add another circle around this, I can duplicate this, remove the color in the middle, add a border, a line. Let me make it the same color as this guy. I just need to increase the shape. Yeah, so to make my logos, that's how I prefer to do it. I find it a bit easier and I have full control over my design compared to using those automated logo makers. Posters, flyers, and business card, all of them, again, ask the client what they want. Then you can come on Google and say, for example, poster design. And you can clearly see some inspiration on how you can make a poster. And you can be more specific if you type business poster design or tourism poster design or something. You'll always get something that you can use as inspiration to make your own poster. And if you want something a bit more helpful, I prefer using this platform called FreePic. As if you have created an account with them, they give you 10 free posters, free downloads every day. I can type in business poster design. This one is premium with this premium icon, so you cannot download it for free. But any other poster on which you don't see that premium badge, you can download it for free. Like for example, this one, if I'm to click on it, I can download it and my download will start in zip format. So you need to extract it first before using it. And as you can see in here, this is an Adobe Illustrator file. Yeah, so Adobe Illustrator has opened. You have some conflicts, missing some fonts, but it's okay. You can use your own font. As you can see, I have access to the design and I can put in my own contact. So for example, if I want to import an image, I've put my own image, and for the text, I can simply double click. You can really customize the design. You put your own photos, you change all the details on all the icons, and when you're done, you can save. That way, instead of starting a design from scratch, you can get it from FreePic. Another way to get a quick template is using Canva. Let's say travel poster design. All these posters are editable, and again, the ones that you have to pay, they will have a badge saying you have to pay, but the ones that are free will not have any badge on them. You simply click on it, click on customize template, and there you'll be taken into the editor of Canva. For it, you don't need to download anything. You can do all the edit online. So for the text, it's simple. You simply double click on it and type your own text. For photos, you grab your photo and drag it in. Obviously, it will need to first upload. Okay, once the photo is done uploading, you can drag it into a place exactly where you want to put. As you can see, that photo has been replaced. Same thing, if you want to add another one, you select and then drag. So that's how you can make simple posters in Canva. When you're done, you click on share and then you select download. So you select download and you'll have your download locally. Then that goes the same for business cards and flyers and roll-ups. You can just get a template online, then edit. And if you have enough time, you can start designing from scratch. So for social media management, the very first thing you need to have is a social media following. And as you can see, I wrote here that it's very easy to do. If you have a big social media following and you know how to play around with social media, optimizing posts, knowing the hashtags to put and all the details, you can go up to $50 a month in earnings. On social media, you post these things, right? So if you know how to make posters and everything, then you can easily do social media management. For software development, for web design, we largely use the content management system, WordPress. Since the video is getting a bit long, I will not be able to show you exactly how to design a website. But one thing I can mention is for simple website for people, what you need is a hosting plan. If you can be able to buy a hosting plan for yourself where you can include different plans account. A hosting plan usually goes for $35. So let's say around $40. So if you have $40 for 1 year, if you pay for your own hosting, you can easily tell people that you can make for them websites. And WordPress is not complicated. If you want to test and try to familiarize yourself with WordPress, you can come to this, you can just Google free WordPress sandbox or testing environment. There's this popular platform which allows you to easily fire up a new instance of WordPress and customize it. For this one, it usually takes very many steps. I will not be able to show them in this video, but you get the point. And I repeat, if you have a question, you can write in the comments and we shall get back to you on a personal level. For applications, for this one, you really need to know how to code, and I will not be able to show in this video, but for us to code, we use PHP for the server language. We use obviously web applications or HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The example that I can show is this one called Mediafri. It's a platform I'm working on currently with my team. If you know the basics of PHP, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you can easily make such a website. And this is a platform we are working on currently with the team at Relax Vision. It's a simple platform for artists to come and list their own profiles and show the different services they offer, and then people can contact them directly. So far, the default language is in French, but if you want the English version, you can switch to English. And it's possible already to create an account. If you want, you can create an account. That's concerning software development and specifically web design. Yeah. So for video production, I wrote here that you can produce for yourself and post on YouTube. They are free that I mentioned. The other platform I've just talked about. You can post on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, LinkedIn, or you can produce for clients. And I said here you need a laptop of at least 8 gigs of RAM. You need to have some examples you can show to clients if you want to prove that you know how to produce videos. If you can easily charge $200. Yes, you can go for a video for like around 1 minute or 2 minutes. You can easily charge $100 to $200 per video. So that's something to really look into. For affiliate marketing, find companies who offer affiliate marketing programs, and you usually create an account. You go in your account and generate an affiliate link. So once you have that affiliate link, you can be writing blog posts or pasting it in different places on your social media. Make sure you are being viewed. Earnings depend on the company and the program and the product, the percentage, and the effort you put in to advertise your link. Now for the newsletter issue, the possibility, a newsletter is where you have a bunch of people's email and you send them emails regularly. It can be through email, or it can be through SMS, it can be through WhatsApp group, Telegram group. And if you want it to be very serious, you may also want to consider buying a hosting plan again and a domain name to have a website. Once you have the newsletter, you can be charging companies to advertise on your newsletter. Or yourself, if you have a product you want to sell or something, you can earn up to $300 a month. This is an estimation including you selling your own product or charging other companies to come and advertise your newsletter. And if you have around 1,000 people and above on a newsletter, you can easily charge many companies around $10, $3, $5 to advertise on a newsletter, and you can easily go up to $300 a month. Now about webinars, like for example, you have to choose a topic of interest. You invite a guest, and they can come and talk to people, and then you can advertise on your different webinars and online conferences using Google Meet or Zoom. You just advertise it and you keep the link secret up to a point where people who pay only are the ones who can access the webinar or the online conference. Now there are these few other ways of making money online that people talk about, but me, I don't think they're good ideas. So for example, drop shipping. We tried this, but did not work out. That's drop shipping. And then business, Google My Business Profile Management. Yeah, so this is where you identify small companies that are struggling, for example, with their local presence on Google search. If you prove that you can easily customize for them their Google My Business profile and charge up to $40 per month to manage a Google My Business profile, and I wrote here that if you are lucky, it's really not profitable. I wrote here $40 because these are for people who can manage. I can actually get around $20. Now buying and selling domain names, this is also a business. Though to get into it is very expensive. Then reviewing and testing features online, testing this small platform which ask you to go and do some small tasks online and they pay you. There are very many platforms online, but I can tell you most of them do not work. You are rather better off offering these other services up here, like design or video production, than doing these small tasks online where they pay you some pennies. Usually not a good idea. I wrote here around $2 per hour, which is really not enough money. So that's basically what we wanted to cover in this video. And if you have many more questions or addition or clarifications or something we got wrong, you can easily write in the description below and we shall easily talk about it. I'll leave all the links in the description. Don't forget to like the video. You can share this video with a friend or someone. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.